Welcome to the CEN show, where we present the voice of the community. Today marks 1 year for the CEN show. This is our anniversary show. We've had 48 shows with a total of 27 guests, with some guests appearing more than once. I'm appreciative for all the team members, guests, and anyone who listened to our podcast. Very appreciative. This podcast was designed to give the public an alternative education source directly from the world community. So far, we only presented guests from the United States. Therefore, we are looking forward to expand worldwide. We are a product of the website communityeducationnetwork.com. So let's take a look at the website. And I'm going to introduce the team after I say a few words about the website. And then I want to say a few words about each of the team members. So let's check out the website here. Okay, I got somebody that's coming in. Brother Hendrick's coming in. Let me let him in. So this is our website, everybody. And we have the pages at the top here, and then it has more, and then it has the recommendations. If you scroll down, you see we have where you can come on to the podcast, and we're right here at the 1st-year anniversary. And then we got the other podcast, which is Conscious Corner. Professor Amin Ra and Joe Hembrick does that on Mondays. And we will have the title of the next show, which is Kwanzaa Part 2. Professor Amin Ra has given us a full overview of that. And then if you scroll down on the home page, here's other ways that you can enter the pages, different pages of the website. And that's the home page. At the bottom here, you can contact the website. And then I want to go to the About page. And there's a little synopsis of us right here. And then let's take a look at our team. That's me, Raski Maskani. And I'm not going to say anything about myself. And I'm going to proceed. Okay, we got Professor Amin Ra right here. He's one of my main mentors, other than my parents. He's helped me through many challenges in life. And basically, he's one of the people responsible for me being in the position I'm in today as an educator and as a person that's pursuing other interests like this website and this podcast to further educate, the masses. So Professor Amin Ra is an excellent individual, and I'm just glad to have him around. I like to spend time with him. Excellent educator. He is our master teacher. So then we got Joe Hembrick. I met Joe Hembrick when I first started teaching, and he came with rave reviews through the football connection, which I have in high school. All the football players raved about Joe Hembrick and his wealth of knowledge in when it comes to Black folks and Black history. And so Joe Hembrick has given us a wealth of information, and he's another one of the podcast hosts with Professor Amin Ra. A very vast and knowledgeable gentleman. So I'm glad we have him around. And we have Dr. Terry Strong. I met Dr. Strong through a colleague of mine, which is her cousin, and excellent doctor of theology. She has a wonderful book, an author. She's also an author, a wonderful book, and I'm just excited to have her. So far she's our only female that's a part of the team, and we're looking to get, expand that. But she's been on the shows and talked about her book. We're gonna show her book a little bit later, and I mean, it's she's phenomenal to me, and I just met her, so I'm happy to have her as a team member with us. Then we go to CJ Moore, another author. He's another person I met. I met him through Joe Hembrick. Joe Hembrick has introduced me to a lot of his buddies, which bring a vast amount of information to the website and the podcast. So CJ Moore, excellent writer. His book is phenomenal, and I enjoy listening to his commentary, and the things that he come up with. So I'm glad that he came aboard as a team member. And then we got Brother Muko out of Baltimore, and I met him through Mr. Bobby, which is a co-host for the Neely Fuller show that's weekly. And I reached out to him because Brother Muko came on the show a few times, and he talked about the care unit that's coined by Neely Fuller Jr. And I just thought it was phenomenal that he had this care unit. So I wanted to meet him and speak with him about that. And he's been a very good contributor to the podcast, and he even hosted a couple of podcasts for us. So I'm happy to have him around with his wealth of information that he has. And then we got brother Tommy Lee, which is I met him through I've seen him throughout the years for in the district of Compton Unified School District, but I never got a chance to really speak with him until I started doing the podcast. And once I met him, and he's another person with just a wealth of knowledge and very energetic about helping the cause of people of color and primarily Black people. So I'm glad he's a part of the team and looking forward to working with him and everybody else. And we have also, that's not on the website yet, we have Peter Rogers. We just need to get his information on the website. And Peter, I met him through his wife, Sandra Rogers, which she did a show. She did a show, and Peter came on with her. And when she, they gone. Okay, brother Peter, I met him through his wife, Sandra, and she she did an excellent show. But Peter immediately contributed to that show, and he had a vast knowledge and information. So I immediately wanted to interview him and get some information from him, and he agreed to do some shows, and it's been excellent. Getting all the good information from him and him being a contributor to this podcast. So those are the people that's basically officially a team member, if you want to say that, you know. And then we have Brother Machinda, which is a person I grew up with. He's an honorary team member because I don't know if he want to officially come on the website or not, but I grew up with him. And matter of fact, he's known me all of my life, and he has a wealth of knowledge. He's a mini Professor Ra, if you ask me. And he had a lot of influence on my educational process, and I just appreciate him being the person that he is. And he he has a wealth of information, and he helps a lot of people. Um, Also, another person is Brother Doctor. Brother Doctor and Brother Machinda is always here to participate. Brother Doctor, I used to call him the antagonist because he always said that everything's going to remain the same and, it's just going to be like it is. But I mean, Brother Doctor, he retired at 50. He's a financial whiz when it comes to money. He's very frugal from what I know and has a wealth of information and knowledge. Just a all around great person, one of my closest buddies, and we grew up since the fourth grade together, and he's just very supportive of what's going on here. And I really enjoy his company and glad to have him with us. Then we have another person that should be coming on soon, which is Brother Andre Strong. He's another professor, college professor. I haven't had a chance to really speak with him like I want to because he's busy just like everybody else is busy teaching. He teaches mathematics. He's another person that I want to eventually make sure he be a team member because he has a wealth of knowledge. He's into finances, businesses. That's Dr. Terry Strong's son. So he gets it honestly. That excellent pedigree there, and we're gonna get him on. He did one show talked about historically Black colleges, and that was an excellent show. So we're gonna get him to join us too officially, and but everybody's official. This is basically family, and I can say more wonderful things about all of the people that contributes to this cause of education coming from the community. But I'm going to let all of the people that's present speak, and I'm going to start with matter of fact, Sandra is on here too, so we're going to start with the ladies. That's Sandra. She's another community member of the podcast and website. So we all family. So we're going to start with the ladies. We're going to do ladies first. I'm going to start with Sandra Rogers. So we all talking about basically the first year because this is our first year anniversary, and we just want to hear anything you want to say about what we're doing here.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm glad to be here, glad to be a part. I met Rigo through
Raski Mascani, matter of fact.
Okay, from a friend of mine, Lisa Kelly, who from Cal State Long Beach, and they went to college together. And she told me about the podcast. And Amin Ra is somebody that I think every Black person in him who's conscious knows his name. So, that's just, and also he was a professor at Long Beach when he was there, and her and her friends. And so I came on to just talk about, I think, what did I talk about? Did I talk about STDs, right? Sexually transmitted diseases, HIV, and COVID? And what's going on in the community. I'm a public health investigator for LA County Department of Public Health. So, and we deal with all communicable diseases, but we are the ones who go into the community and knock on doors and let people know that they have STDs, gonorrhea, chlamydia, syphilis. We tell them if they have HIV, we connect them to care and things like that. So I think this is a great platform to talk about things like this and different things that are going on, and especially in communities of high disparities, which I've been working for the past 30 years. So I just was appreciative for this podcast, and my husband had come on, Peter had come on to support me, and then he had a lot to say too, and was invited back, and now he's a regular. So it's just a pleasure to be a part. I think it's a great podcast. I think it's something that's needed, because the discussions are really good. And it's just a great platform to talk about a lot of different issues. And I appreciate being here and appreciate being a part of it. It's a big deal.
Thank you. Appreciate that. I'm glad to have you around. Okay, Dr. Strong.
Good evening to everyone. I just want to say that I met Brother Rico Moore, or Mascani, through my cousin, as he said, and it's at a time when we were talking about a book I've written, which is Lynching Lynchism, and it was just a good connection. And I believe this is a platform that won't only talk the talk, but we'll take action steps and get things done in the name of Blackness. And I appreciate that. And I am looking forward to being an active part of the platform, the Community Education Network. I'm an action-oriented type person. I like to not just talk about things, but do things, get things done, and see, make benchmarks and meet benchmarks, and see progress and change that we have not had forever. And that's exactly what the book is about. When does slavery end? And it wasn't designed to end. It was meant to just transition over time, which it has done. And so the book talks about Black freedom, and the movie based on the book is entitled True Freedom. And it's a movie about what true freedom looks like, what it should look like. And thank you so much for the invitation, not to just come and be interviewed, but to come and be a part of the team. I appreciate that.
All right. Thank you. I'm pulling up your book, Dr. Strong. So that's what I was doing. So I appreciate having you around and getting all of this great information from you.
My pleasure.
Okay, let's go to Brother Mashinda. Brother Mashinda.
Good evening, Rasaki.
Yes, sir.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's been a long run. Yeah, I remember when you got started, and I remember we discussed it. You brought me into what you were doing and what your mission was, and it's been a pleasure. I look forward to chime in weekly, listening to Dr. Ra and Brother Hembrick, and listening to all the guests, Dr. Strong and her son, Andre, very, very interesting guy there, things he was talking about, and, just his accomplishments and things. Proud of the young man, and I can call him a young man. And also Dr. The Mr. and Mrs. Rogers, I've enjoyed listening to them as far as what they bring to the table, talking about a lot of the, things historically and, from LA perspective and school systems and things like the different challenges in the school system. And, I can relate to all those things, but not only that, there's some things that I don't know about. And it's, I'm glad, like I said, I'm learning different things, expanding my knowledge and, just proud of the, the information that they bring. And like I say, Brother Doctor, very consistent, I ain't seen him in a while, but, he's a powerful brother, and he's from the CPT, so we know what he's built like, and and again, brother Muko and everybody else that's been on Sister Make It Happen. You know, I haven't seen her in a while, but you know, she was very interesting. So I was just, you know, kind of reminiscing and going back down memory lane over the year, you know, mentioning some. If I left out anybody, you know, hey, it's not intentional, because I appreciate everyone, and keep up the good work. And I look forward to continuing to be a part of the podcast, and you know, and try to offer, you know, my input, you know, and my comments, you know, my critiques and so forth. Have a good evening.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Brother Doctor?
Oh yeah, just everything Michelle just said. Great platform. You know, you surround yourself by people with a wealth of knowledge that's not tied down and not afraid to speak. Just about everybody's retired, so they can speak openly. So, you know, look at other platforms, man. People, you know, are getting paid by somebody and they can't say certain things. So you got a wealth of knowledge here, man. I think that's probably one of the powerful, you know, roundtables in the world, man, because no one's here getting paid or are afraid to say something or, you know, getting paid by the boss. Because Rotsky, you're not paying me. I don't know if you know you paying everybody else, but you're not paying me, man. So,
Hey, man, this
and,
is strictly a community. It has nothing to do with finances.
yeah, and I heard you say something about finance. You know, I'm not, financial genius. I just one of those guys, man, back in the early 90s. I bought every scam they had on TV, man. All those no money down and make $1 million overnight. I bought every scam on the TV, you know. So my knowledge comes from all the money I lost over years, know not what to do again. You know. So,
Hey,
you know,
hey, we learn from our mistakes.
yeah. Just a lot of years of investing in stocks, options, ETFs, commodities, you know, make a couple dollars here, lose it the next day, you know. So great being part of it, listening to everybody. I learned a lot, and I'm pretty sure you're going to continue to learn from everybody as your platform grows. You get more people. Read the book, Lynch and Lynchism, good book. When Dr. Strong comes back on, and I got all my notes. I got an extra ton of notes. I got a bunch of notes. I went through the whole book twice. So I got a bunch of questions.
Hey, so we gonna do a show.
Come back. We're sure come back on, man.
Yeah.
You know,
we gonna do a show with you hosting, Brother Doctor.
You know, Dr. Ra, and like you said, the day you had Sandra Rogers on, her husband came on in the background, was saying something, and we talked that night. I said, hey, man, you got to get that guy back on, man. That guy he got something. He knows something, man. He's one of them brothers, man. You can feel the energy in him. You know, he wanted to explode, but he wasn't too sure because he was the first time on the show. You brought him back on. That guy comes on, man. You know, every time you bring him on, man, he has that wealth of knowledge and that passion. You know, just like Ra has that passion, man, for the information he gives out. Knows a lot of people. He was there with the struggle. And like I said, unfortunately, man, we can't get more people, especially young people, to come on and listen to Professor Ra, man. Because I think, you know, you got all these YouTubers on there, man, and they're all into these. In fact, there's another rapper just get killed yesterday. All these rappers getting killed and all this information going out, man, that's unnecessary, you know. But yeah, great show, love it. And like I said, try to be every Monday and Wednesday.
Yeah, we appreciate that, man. I tell you, appreciate that. Yeah. Okay, let's get to Brother Andre Strong.
Oh, okay. Can you guys hear me? I thought I was on mute.
We can hear you.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Happy anniversary, Brother Rasa Key.
Hey, it's us, not me.
Oh.
Us.
Oh. Happy anniversary to all of us. I was introduced to Brother Rasa Key by my cousin. Rough and Swain, and man, I love the plethora of point of views, ideas, wisdom, and knowledge. Brother Mashenda, Brother Doctor, Professor Amara, Brother Rasaki, Brother Muko. Man, I mean this here is lightweight powerful, you know, and I don't I say lightweight in a sense of being underground. You know, I feel like this is the Underground Railroad right here. To be honest. And I came on and I was, you know what I'm saying, I was just discussing, you know, what I have encountered, witnessed in these Black schools, you know, just the lack of resources and, you know, the lack of our presence, you know, in the STEM field, you know, and what needs to be done to, you know, to strengthen our numbers inside of the STEM field. I'm a huge advocate for our education and even bigger advocate for science, being that I am an applied mathematician. And, you know, my motto is, you know, we need to teach each other because we're really the only ones that can relate to each other. And not only that, we're like probably the only ones that advocate for each other. And, you know, this platform here is phenomenal. You know, I mean, I can go on and on, but the fact that we come together and we share knowledge that we may or may not know, you know, that, I mean, iron sharpens iron. So, I mean, I don't think it can get any better than that. You know, iron sharpens iron. I don't think I need to say anything else. But
Appreciate.
I'm glad to, you know, participate. You know, I do want to be a part of the team. I'm not busy all the time, Brother Rossi. You know, I like to play a lot also. You know, I'm in my late 30s. So, you know, I love to travel, you know, and I've been all over the country this year. God has truly blessed me. I was able to take my mom and my younger brother to Hawaii on last week. We spent almost the entire week in Maui, Hawaii. You know, so and the Lord saw us safely back to Memphis, Tennessee, man. So
Yeah.
that's what I got to say.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. All right, we gonna go to the brother Tommy Lee.
Greetings, family. I want to congratulate all of us for making this miracle happen. I also was able to really meet Brother Rasaki through Brother Ruffin Swain. I mentored Brother Ruffin Swain while he was in Compton College, and he made that connection. I want to thank, you know, Brother Rasaki and all the brothers and sisters on, because this awesome platform gives people like us and the community a chance to not only discuss things that concern the condition of our people, but it also holds us accountable for, you know, putting that information out there, whether it be podcast or via literary text, whether it be, you know, any type of medium. It empowers us to use this platform to get the word out And it also, what I've learned is enlightened minds rarely meet and converge at at the same place in dialogue. And this platform has been able to do something that I haven't seen in a long time. And that's like really in-depth thinkers get together and dialogue, interact, connect, network. That is a deep blessing that I've really hope to continue to take advantage of and increase my participation. I want to thank just the opportunity for being able to discuss some of the things that I've been writing about and thinking about, and posting an article on the webpage that is one of several that God's permitted me to kind of, come up with, but I haven't had the opportunity to put them together and put them out there. And this is a perfect platform for it. And it's a perfect arena to discuss some of those issues so that I can be, questioned, critiqued. I can learn, modify or go in depth when it comes to the information. I mean, this is a perfect family of empowerment intellectuals that I would love to be bathed with the knowledge of, and guided and advised, criticized, critiqued, mentored. I thank God for the whole environment, the whole opportunity that this platform gives me and us as a family. And I so look forward to increasing and continuing my participation in the future. Thank you, Brother Ross Akee. Thank you, Brother Baba Ra, and all the beautiful brothers, Brother Mishinda, Dr. Terry, Brother Andre, Sister Sandra, thank you very much for everything. And God bless. May Allah bless us all to continue our success.
All right, I just showed, right here's the perspective writings, and here's the first paper by Brother Tommy Lee. And then check that out. And then we have our community actions. The first community actions piece we have is the Black Table by Dr. Strong, right there. So all of this information is on the website, and we appreciate the contributions. Thanks a lot, Brother Tommy Lee. All right, let's go to Brother Peter.
Congratulations, everybody. Happy anniversary. I'm kind of one of the Johnny come latelys, but I am so happy to be here. I'm not going to take long because I think so much has already been said about the platform and all the participation that we see here. But the one thing I did want to say about the Community Education Network is it's truly the community. The more we reach out and the more that we connect with people in the community, the more resources you actually find are in the community. We do a lot of talking about the problems in the community, but a lot of the solutions to the community problems are in the community ourselves. So I think that the platform gives us an opportunity to be able to find those nuggets of resources, to be able to put them together and come up with plans and come up with ideas and come up with programs and ideas and ideologies so that we can solve. One of the things that I look for here in the various topics is what are we coming up with in terms of action so that we don't have to keep discussing the same thing. It's like in my job, I'm an engineer and I'm a problem solver. That's my whole job, solve problems. And like the brother was talking about getting us into more STEM, and Brother Andre, I want to connect with you on offline as well so we could talk about STEM, because I went through a program called MESA when I was in school. It was called MESA, Math, Engineering, Science Achievement. So STEM and STEAM is really an outshoot of that. But it's true, we'd have to get more connected with each other. We have to find those nuggets of resource within the community. And I love the fact that I think what Brother Doctor said was so important, especially for myself. We have to bathe in this sanitized, agendized knowledge base all day long, having to constantly sort out this, that, and the other, filter out the garbage, try to figure out the nugget that's in the sewer that we're dealing in. Whereas when we come together, I actually feel much more relaxed because we can be ourselves. We can be unfiltered. We can speak our language without worrying about, do I have to interpret this for you? Or do I have to go to my Black dictionary so you can understand what I'm saying? You know, it's like Dr. Amin-Ra says, unapologetically Black. That is something that we have had squashed down on us since we got here. We've been put down, put aside. Our perspectives have always been secondary, tertiary, or quaternary, whatever area it is. So I think that the platform gives us that ability to get us back into that primary focus where we can actually love ourselves, love on each other, get that knowledge out, and help us develop and solve some of these issues for ourselves. And again, Brother Rashki, thank you so much for bringing me in. I'm just glad to be here, and happy anniversary, y'all.
All right, thanks, Brother Peter. Now, Brother Peter, okay, I got a little feedback. I don't know what that is, but we
need him on the black table.
Excuse me?
We need him on the black table.
Oh yeah, he definitely. But here is our community action spade, and Professor Dr. Terry Strong has a concept of the black table. So Dr. Strong, you want to say a few words about the black table, because this is a community action.
This is a definite action. Everybody's familiar, hopefully, with something called a seat at the table. And for a long time, we've had a false sense of it. You know, when I worked at the sheriff's office, the upper echelon, they would have like 1 or 2 Black people. They would have a meeting, then put them out of the meeting, then have their own meeting. You know, and so you weren't at the table. You just were. You had a false sense of that table. And so I've always been a person that think, if this group over here thinks that they have a superior status, in order to be equal to them, you have to have your own superior status. Otherwise, everything is under them. Unless you have some your own superiority, then you'll never be equal to their superiority. So my thing is, we should create our own black table and have every aspect represented there. And you'll see the categories. If you go to the website, you'll see the categories. And if there needs to be some new categories, this is a very living document that can change at any time that we need to. But the black table is a hub for Black matters. Whereas Black matters are solved, Brother Rogers, and it's and the information is filtered down. This is our agenda, and we want every Black person down to the gang member in the hood to be a part, to be on board. If for instance, if a strategy is the pipeline that Andre is trying to create for STEM, the black table needs to sanction that and filter that information down where that pipeline is working fluidly. We should put together resources, financial resources. Everything we do takes money. I don't know why some people think that can't look at their own household and see that everything takes money. Everything takes money. I don't care what it is. But when it comes to things like this, people want to think, well, you know, I don't want to give to that. Yeah, you need to give to this. it should be a rites of passage to give to the causes that this Black table is going to sanction. And so that's the gist of it. And if you read the spiel, I caught an error on the thing too from what I wrote. So I need to correct that, Brother Rasaki.
Okay,
But
we'll work on it. We'll work on it.
gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I appreciate that. Now let's go to Brother Hembrick. Brother Hembrick.
Yeah, happy anniversary panel. I just like to say, congratulations to everyone. I'm kind of down a little bit, lost a couple of former students in the last week. So I just like to say this phrase: we've got to do something to save the children.
Amen.
One thing I want to say, that another thing I guess my talk is three-pronged. We need to work on our minds, our bodies, and our spirit. Getting back to when I first came on the show, with Know Thyself, until we know that, it's a tough struggle. We gotta get that stuff between them ears where it should be. By studying what we don't know about ourselves to find ourselves. Number two, our bodies. We need to work on our nutritional things so we can stay healthy and pass that health consciousness on to those that's coming behind us. Our diets are killing us left and right, keeping us with all kind of diseases and health issues that we can avoid, if that stuff is taught to us and these kids come behind us. And the last thing is the spiritual aspect. Whatever spirituality thing you're into, that need to be shared. And we need to look back at, at our original ancestors and what they thought about all that stuff. So, and to all the education thing out there, I have to say, who's that? Was that Harold Melvin in the Blue Notes? Wake up, everybody! Time to teach a new way, and they'll listen to what you got to say. And last thing I want to leave is with the impressions with Curtis Mayfield. Why don't you check out your mind? It's been with you all the time. And I'm going to end it with that. Lost a couple. I'm a little sad today because I lost a couple of students and a godfather. So, anyway, congratulations and happy anniversary to the panel. And this is the last thing. Yeah, that brother that I forget his name, but he was shown standing next to the car that had the apartment building access for kids to be taught certain skills that they can earn a living, when they become adults. I like to go in that direction, and also with the brother at a New Earth health food store. We need to learn how to take care of our bodies so we can be here a while and pass this stuff on. And everybody that's retired, let me say this to you: only way you get them checks is to keep on living. The longer you live, the more money you get, and you ain't gotta do nothing but go to the mailbox. So, Roscani, I know you waiting to get there. Almost everybody else on the panel is there. So, Brother Tommy and Sister Strong's son. First time I heard him was tonight. But let me say this to the Black college thing. I know that's your thing. I talked to many of those Black colleges students, and I pose certain African questions to them that they can't answer. And this is another thing I do. When I go in the stores, the market or whatever, you got Black kids out there that's selling candy or doing whatever they're doing, right? And I always ask them, I said, I'm gonna go in the store and I'm gonna come back and I might give you some money. So when I come out, I asked them, I said, can you name me any African countries? I haven't given out $1 yet. They say Jamaica, Haiti. I'm on the show right now. Hold on. So, you know, that's the state of the situation. So I'm gonna cut it off there and let someone else speak on. But congratulations and happy anniversary, everybody.
All right, condolences to you there, Brother Joe, for
Yeah,
the losses that you experienced. Thanks a lot, Brother Joe. Um, Professor Ra.
Abani Ghani, everyone. Appreciate what's been said. If I understand it correctly, I really appreciate all the comments. And I want to say Asante Sana, which is many thanks to Brother Rashaki Maskani for his creative perspective of initiating and maintaining and his deep vision to bring forth this type of platform in order for us to speak truth to the people and speak truth to power. But speak truth to the people is more important. And when you speak truth to the people, you help develop the power that will counter the power you have to speak truth to. And so, you know, you want people to rise up. And this is what this is about. I wanted to say a few things. You know, a lot of people think they already know everything. And a lot of people just say, hey, you know, you just, you know, if you ain't helping me with my project, you ain't doing nothing, you know. But the beautiful thing about the diversity of thought and diversity of practice is very important. I want to say a special Asante Sana to Brother Joe Hembrick, who coined the term of our project, A Conscious Corner, for being not only a person that's a serious critique of people, practices sometimes that don't meet the perspective he think they should, or things of this nature, but above all, being a historian, a person that study history, you know, and committed to that in depth, and on not to get paid. He's a teacher and a principal, but he studied history for himself to become more liberated mentally. And he wants to share that knowledge. And I deeply appreciate him and coming up with the term conscious corner, because, you know, that's a very important concept. And I really deeply appreciate co-hosting this show with him. And, you know, we look forward to next year, 2022, and we're going to be doing a lot of different things. Secondly, I want to again say, you know, everyone that has participated in this show has made a in-depth contribution, or whether they know it or not. If there maybe people didn't get all that you said, but most people get something that you said, and they grow and they quote it and they can get back. So we look at our history, you know, we look at our lives, we look at things, and we want to all make a contribution to uplift people, motivate people, inspire people, and then at the same time, be confrontational, be courageous about the challenges that we face as Black people in America. And you know, I've had the good fortune to sit and help build institutions. You know, to be a personal friend of Dr. Maulana Karenga and study under his teachings in institutes of Kawida philosophy has really helped me personally. He's a saber, a moral teacher, ethical teacher. I've had the opportunity to sit up under Minister Louis Farrakhan. We're on a first name basis, as well as Abdul Khalid Muhammad, who was one of the ministers that helped rebuild the Nation of Islam. You know, I work with all groups, all individuals. I sit down with the Brotherhood Crusade with Danny Bakewell. I've had a rich experience in dealing with ministers. You know, Reverend Willie Wilson out of Washington, D.C., Reverend Wright out of Chicago. You know, Bishop Frank Reed out of Baltimore. You know, these are Christian ministers that I've worked with. Reverend Stallings of the Church of Imani broke off from the Catholic Church and started a Black church. You know, I was sat down with a lot of the brothers that have been through struggle. You know, Mario Padelli, the Republic of New Africa, reparation committees. I mean, involved. I'm not talking about knowing, just reading about them. I was involved in that. Black Lives Matter with Dr. Melina Abdullah. She's a regional president, you know. All of that, Black Lives Matter. I mean, we work and we put our lives on the line. But I go back further than that, all the way to 1965, as a high school student, participating in the Watts Rebellion. And then at the same time, growing up with Watts Festival, growing up, and things of this nature. And I say that rather than my academic and professional experience, because you have to have a balance. It's one thing to read about things. It's like the old saying, you can read about swimming all you want, but eventually you got to jump in the water. You understand? And it's a different thing when you confront the system. See, we go back to Larry Morris and Eula Love and Leonard Deadweiler, and it's a whole new different thing when you have to you go toe to toe with the system. Then you realize, you know, the challenges that we face. But this program, to last a year, we must continue it and cultivate it, water it so it'll grow. And I'm gonna make a commitment with me and Brother Joe to get our program even more sharper. Get a calendar so people will know who's going to be there, at least a 6 months to a year calendar. Have some more provocative and uplifting and motivating presentations. Try to get some more graphics with regards to PowerPoints and shared screen activities like we're doing with Kwanzaa. If this program is going to last, we all got to get involved, as Dr. Strong said about the Black table, but this is a table also. And we need to contribute, find out from Brother Rashaki what he needs to expand. He's doing this out of his personal expense. And we all need to, you know, see if we can just put a few coins together to ship his way and expand it to not only YouTube, but Facebook and TikTok. I think that the more we reach out and use this social media, it's very important because you speak to the world. It goes on iCloud, it's everywhere. We got people from different parts of the country and different perspectives. It's a unity with diversity and unity without uniformity. And, you know, and the best thing to do is to get along with each other and have a deep love. I look forward to the Wednesday. I look forward to Monday. I can't wait until they come so that we can get on this program and speak. And I'm just forever grateful to Brother Rashaki for, you know, just inviting me to be a part of this, because to me, every contribution we make, no matter how small it is, to our liberation, is very meaningful. And as Joe say, mental, spiritual, and physical. And it's all about practice. Knowledge without practice don't mean nothing. Prayer without practice don't mean nothing. You understand? You can pray, you know, but if you ain't gonna do nothing, you know, the prayers ain't gonna be answered. You got to practice. And that's the beauty of this program. Words are powerful. Words are powerful. And you can think, well, ain't nobody hearing me, nobody listening. You'd be surprised. Different people have different ear tones. And they may not hear what I say, but they can hear Dr. Strong. They can hear Brother Hembrick for some reason, they touched them. They can hear a Brother Rogers. You know, they like the good doctor said, you know, hey man, he got a pat. I like what he said, Miss Dr. Strong. I gotta have him on my table, you know. Those are the things you'd be surprised at the people that you reach, that you don't even know you reached. Because of the fact that, you know, you was just talking and just trying to express your knowledge and wisdom. So this program, it got to be sacred. We got to be committed. And not just committed when you're going to speak, but committed to listen to others so that your ideas can grow. You understand? The reason I look forward to it is I want to hear from other people. You understand? And that sharpens what I have to say. You know, we have different perspectives about what to do and how to do it. But Martin Luther King and Malcolm X were for the same thing, the best of Black people. And each and every one of you, I believe, are for the same thing, to heighten the knowledge, the wisdom, the understanding, and to do something to make a contribution to our forward flow of liberation. So this program is a vehicle, a serious vehicle, that we got to keep it tuned up. We got to keep the tires with the treads on them. And we got to really come and be a part of it. This is not a sometime thing. You know, you committed, or you know, we hope that you will be committed. And I just hope that everyone in 2022 do as much as you can. I know you can't come on all the time because, you know, you travel, you got families and things of this nature, and sometimes you just you're sick or you're ill or whatever. But as much as we can, let's just make this commitment to be on, listen to others, have healthy discussions. You know, even if we disagree, we don't be disagreeable. You understand? And learn, you know, we talk to each other with the highest respect. You know, and that's the beauty of this program. And that's the beauty of the vision of Rashaki, each one teach one. And look at all the things that he has done with this website. You know, people pay thousands of dollars to get a website like this. You know what I mean? With the various sections that he has and his work that he's put in, getting the biographies of everyone. So we look forward to that. So I just want to turn it back over to Rashaki.
Okay, I appreciate that, Professor Ra.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I don't think
Yeah, Clarence.
only 11 views on this one YouTube video. I think this is a phenomenal video of Professor Ross speaking at St. Timothy's Episcopal Church. And he spoke on Black history and Black spirituality. It was an excellent analysis and just a wealth of, I think he put together being able to fuse his professorship and Black history and spirituality. It's just a phenomenal thing to hear. So I'm encouraging everybody to go check this out. It's Professor Amon-Ra, St. Timothy's Episcopal Church, Black history and Black spirituality. I think you will enjoy that thoroughly. It's an excellent, excellent piece of work by Professor Ra. So now, we're coming to the end of this celebration. I would say I'm very excited that we've, you know, what can I say, came as a unit to do what we're doing. Is very, you know, to be honest with you, I've been wanting to do something like this from my early 20s. Now I'm in my mid 50s. It finally materialized, and I want to keep doing it, and I'm ready for the Black Table. I'm meeting with a couple of team members. We about to discuss what we're gonna put out there. I need to shoot that information to a few other people about, you know, us doing a publication. So I'm just elated, everybody. And anybody want to say anything else? If not, we can conclude. Does anybody else want to say anything?
I want to say I heard, I think it was either Mashinda or Brother Doctor mentioned about another rapper being killed. Here in Memphis, I know you guys heard about Young Dolph being murdered on November the 17th. He went to high school with me and actually grew up in the same neighborhood I grew up in. And I was, man, truly, truly saddened by that, you know. Good friend of mine, he's a driver for him, and at the time I had a trucking company. I used to haul some of his bikes and vehicles back and forth from Atlanta to Memphis and Memphis to Atlanta. So, man, I was just very, very distraught about that. And then you guys just had a rapper to be murdered, Slim 400. I think that's his name. They actually collaborated on a project. So like back in 2019, Young Dolph got shot outside of Rodeo Drive. He was shot twice. And after that shooting, him and Slim 400, they actually collaborated on a song together. And now for those young brothers to be, you know, taken from us due to gun violence, black on black crime, you know, I'm just deeply, deeply saddened by that.
Yeah. Well, condolences to you, brother. You know, you knew the man, and this is another reason why we're doing this. It we have to get a different mindset, and it's tough. You know, we all know people that's been gunned down behind, you know, I would say a lot of a lot of confusion and unnecessary things. So yeah, yeah, my heart goes out to anybody that loses somebody unnecessarily. So anybody else have anything that they want to say? And if not, we're gonna conclude. Everybody's good. Okay, so now next week, matter of fact, on Monday, we have Kwanzaa Part 2 by Professor Ra for Conscious Corner. And then next Wednesday, my daughter is gonna be on for the second time. She's a junior in college. And I got questions from Dr. Strong. And I don't know if I got any other questions from anybody on here, but I got at least 12 questions from different people that's been on the show and some people that haven't been on. And so that should be very interesting to ask her questions about her college experience. So I'm looking forward to that. That's next Wednesday. So, okay, folks, congratulations, team, on the job well done. And hopefully we could keep this going until we can't. And then we can pass it to somebody else. Hopefully they'll take over when we gone. So
Congratulations.
thank you. Thank you. So each
Yeah,
one
good
to each
job.
one, and Conscious Corner, everybody. I will see you when I see you. Hopefully that's real soon, like next Monday.
The Underground Railroad.
Okay. All right. Good night,
All
everybody.
right, good night. Thank
Good
you.
night.